Good morning, everybody. Noni is one of my favorite products, and recently has helped a dear member of my family tremendously. And we had got away from it, taking it daily. We're taking it sporadically, but taking the Noni daily just brings my passion for Noni, especially Tahitian Noni, back again. Um, But we covered that, and I wanted to invite you guys out next Wednesday, October the 9th at 7 o'clock. I got one of my mentors. I think he's 80 years old now, 79. Dr. Joe Wallach. He's going to be at Healthwise next Wednesday, October the 9th at 7 o'clock for a free lecture, question and answer period afterwards. And our location is 3807 East 8 Mile, and that's about 3 blocks west of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta. And the phone number over there is 586-757 Again, 586-757-3438. And those who may not know Dr. Wallach, I first was introduced to him about the beginning of the 90s, say 91 or 92. And it's this crazy tape that he put out talking about dead doctors don't lie. And that's one of the things he became, I could say, real popular with, is because he had in there about 12 key points. Um, they have since taken that tape and put it into a book form. So we will have some of those books. And the tape, which was the cassettes back then, it was like 3.5 hours long, but it was hysterical, but it was so informative and so empowering. And it just was a pivotal time in my life. It just changed my life because it was the answer to so many different things that I was dealing with. One, all diseases is caused by a lack of minerals. And these what he have out now, like this plant-derived minerals, each 1 ounce of that has over 600 milligrams of the trace minerals. That's over 19,000 milligrams per bottle. Tremendous source of vitamins, and much higher than what the government recommend, because the government, they in cahoots with the drug companies, and the drug companies want to sell drugs, make people sick so they can make money. It's interesting when I share that with folks. They already know that. What we're looking for is solutions. Okay. Well, we know that the air is poison, the water is poison, the food is poison, but folks just give up, put it in the back of their mind like nothing we can do about it. But there is. There's plenty of things. A friend of mine sent me this, what is it, messenger message about this guy was talking about how bad the water is and how bad these drug companies is killing people, particularly black folks. That seems to put people to the white, the brown, and the yellow, and any other color out there. They seem to put them to sleep when they say, well, the target is the black folks. Okay, there's a reason for that, but we get into that later, but at another time. But have this white guy talk about how they are just attacking black folks remind me of the Tuskegee experiment. Okay. And how the government ran that experiment from 1932 to 1972, 40 years. And I think it was Edward Kennedy that put that to a stop. and because he had a whistleblower come to Congress and expose what the government was doing. This experiment on black folks with syphilis. It had to cure, but they just wanted to see what had happened, like guinea pigs. And uh, and that mentality hasn't changed. Okay, it's like 100 years ago, they were lynching black folks like crazy. Well, now the lynching is through poisoning of the air, the water, and the food. And it's not just black folks. It's never just been black folks. It's always been rich against poor. And so many of us, 99% of us, and the 1% want to rule. And they rule by poisoning. You know, I mean, that whole Flint crisis was loaded with lead when in the water. They ain't stopped doing that. The chlorine and fluoride. But what can you do? Well, at Healthwise, we give water away. That's has the plug that we talk about that neutralizes the electromagnetic fields through all your electrical currents. Plus, we have the conjuring water machine, which has the largest surface of 245 square inches of titanium platinum plates that the water go over to change it from tap water, which is like 10,000 molecules per cluster, extremely hard, loaded with fluorine, chlorine, lead, who knows what else. And then it takes it through a filtering system, and then it goes over these electronic plates to change it from tap water to alkaline water. And it's been shared in the community that diseases can't grow when your body is alkaline versus when it's acidic. And most adults, when we tested them, was acidic. So drinking the alkaline water makes your body more alkaline. These are what all the reports indicate. And we'll take that 10,000 molecules per cluster and takes it down to about 70, which is great improvement. But for water to be absorbed on a cellular level, it has to be between 4 and 20 molecules per cluster, based on what Dr. Knowles has told us, Clayton Knowles. Now his instruments, which we use, is the third process we take our water through to restructure the water. It takes it down to 6 molecules per cluster and puts the life force back in it. Same way God does. He just does what God does to the water to put the life force back in it. Duplicated that system. And that when you have that life force in that water, now you can start attacking back the evil forces that they doing to the air and the water and the food. So there's a way of fighting back. It's involved that knowledge and what we call applied knowledge. Because, a lot of professors got knowledge, but are they applying it? A lot of us got knowledge, but are we applying it? Well, when Dr. Waller comes next Wednesday at Healthwise at 7 o'clock, it is another environment that you could put yourself in to promote you applying the knowledge. We don't have to wait till then. It's an ongoing process. The commercials, I call them brainwashing, like the television. That's one of the main reasons they was able to get into our living rooms and the neighborhoods and the mind is through the television, because they stated the mind, they stated the body, and folks is, like Hitler said, if you tell a lie long enough and strong enough, people start believing the lie. But we all know innately that they lying. And Dr. Wallace gives us some more information on what we can do to counteract what they are doing to the air, the water, and the food. In his book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, Dr. Joe Wallach has over 90 million copies of their lecture, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, have been sold. Ain't no telling how many has been duplicated. I would say trillions. Dr. Wallach will describe how nutritional formulas can prevent and treat many conditions. He will explain how many diseases have been successfully treated and cured in the animal kingdom. See, they've cured sugar diabetes since 1957 with nutrition. And everybody that has come through Healthwise that got on his formula that they gave to the animals to cure them of sugar diabetes, they come back and tell us their numbers is below 100, usually between 65 and 85. So if they go out to a party or wedding or something, they want to have a piece of cake or fruit, they could without damaging themselves. Cured animals of sugar diabetes. And the same with high blood pressure. Since the 40s, they've cured heart conditions in animals. In arthritis, gout, and all those things related to arthritis, they've been curing animals' arthritis for over 300 years, all with nutrition. It's basically following God's plan, putting into your body what God designed your body to operate on. I mean, we follow that plan when it comes to our car. We put gasoline where the gasoline go. We put oil where the oil go. We put water where the water go. But they all have different departments, and we have to put those solutions in those particular departments. Now, God made our body. We have one way of putting things in. I should say mainly one way, and that's through our mouth, where it's going to be oil, like your omega-3s, or your juices, your fruit juices, vegetable juices, or your foods, okay? Your proteins, your carbohydrates, your fats, fibers, milk, byproducts, are go in one place. And God made our body can take those different foods and distribute them to the different departments. Now, it's easier on your body if you just have proteins with your vegetables and salads, or you have starchy foods with just your vegetables and salads. That's easier for your body to break those down and send them to the different departments in your body. But we have enzymes that help break, even when you mix it all up together, even like Thanksgiving dinner. You just have to take maybe 10 enzymes or something like that to help break those foods up so they can go to the design department so they can replace the cells that is dying off or wore out with nutrition. But we don't put juice, high fructose corn syrup in our car no way, because it would kill that car. But man made the car. We can put high fructose corn syrup in our bodies, it kills you, kills the body. Not right away. That's the trick. It's kind of like what they call it, frog. Okay. You put a frog in some hot water, he gonna jump right out of it. But you put the frog in some cool water and then put it on the stove, turn the temperature up, he's gonna just relax and relax and relax until he is dead. because it's a little bit at a time. Just like the chlorine and fluoride, which has been known to be carcinogenic, contribute to diseases, the pesticides. Somebody asked me the other day, why is Roundup, which has been known to and proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to kill people, still being sold at major stores? Because the the guardians of the chicken coop is now the fox. So you got the fox watching the chicken coop, and his natural instinct is to eat the chickens, to kill the chickens. Dr. Wallace is a provocative and controversial speaker. So he gonna get into those areas of how the FDA and those people who run that, which is supposed to be looking out for us, well, the top people in that leave the FDA and go work for the drug companies. And then the top people of the drug companies leave there and go work for the FDA. And all of them still got their stock in the drug companies. And it's like the people that own the media, they got stock in the drug companies. So they're not going to tell you anything that's going to mess with that stock, that money. They're going to promote, even if it matters if you have what you call a collateral damage, like they do in war. Well, that's people dying. If they making money and people dying, which one they going to choose? Killing a few thousand people? Well, we killed a few thousand black folks. And like the guy was talking about in the video, they make a whole lot of money on killing black folks. But they ain't stopping at black folks. They make a whole lot of money killing brown folks and yellow folks and white folks. He continues to travel the world to educate people on the natural and nutritional alternatives, basically promoting God and God's food. He updates his lecture as conventional medicine, discovers what veterinarians and farmers have known for many years, for decades, for centuries. Dr. Wallach is a researcher, a scientist, a veterinarian, a teacher, and a naturopathic physician, recipient of the 2011 Kai's Watts Award for Trace Element Research, and is the author of many books and texts, including Rare Earth, the acclaimed self-help book Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, God Bless America, Hell's Kitchen, Black Gene Lies. You know, he did a presentation with Creflo Dollar, a church down south. I think it was 500 men. And he was talking about then, well, black folks get all these diseases, high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, arthritis, because of their genes. He said that's a lie, because if that was the case, then folks in Africa would have the same conditions, and they don't. It's like the menstrual cycle. Over there, from what I hear, is 1 or 2, maybe 3 days. Over here, it's twice that much. The difference is the standard American diet, what we call the sad diet, the poisonous diet. He also wrote this book on energy, crisis, immortalium, and epigenetics. It's not always because of your genes. Everybody in the family got high blood pressure. Well, everybody in the family eat the same. Then you come around and you get somebody who choose not to eat the same. They don't have high blood pressure, sugar diabetes, arthritis, and they'll tease that person. Well, you can go out and graze in the grass, and we're gonna eat this meat. But he gets into that. Just shows you another way of fighting back of what they're doing to the air, the water, and the food. I support that. I truly believe God supports me, and I truly believe God supports you. I highly recommend to go see this movie that my wife and I saw yesterday called Overcomer. It's so inspiring. Overcomer. And that's what's in us. The ability to overcome this onslaught of poisoning in the air and the water and the food. We can do it. Many have, and many will, and many want to, but many want to know how to. Well, that's one of the advantages of being in this modern technological age, is that we have the encyclopedia at, in our hands. Any question you have, you can ask Google or other websites to get the information. And the more you study, you'll be able to try things and see for yourself. You can come to Healthwise at 3807, because I've been studying for 50 years. It's it's amazing to me. It's how these lies could keep on going. I'm not bragging, but just to inform you, to inspire you, that I know this works, because I've been doing it myself. The other day when it was warm outside, something told me today is a good day to ride your bike up to Healthwise. Which, and and I had to make a couple more stops before I got to Healthwise. So it ended up being about a 20-mile trip one way on my bicycle, and then worked there, and then left and rode back. 'Cause I didn't take the same route. The only way back was about 15 miles. Just 35 miles on a bicycle at 69 years old. And I didn't get home and fell out. I just went home, bathed, and had some dinner, and just chilled with my wife. And I'm not saying I could say to brag, but to impress upon you that I know as an example that taking your vitamins and your minerals and your trace minerals and your fatty acids and your precursors, your omegas, and drinking your water, getting some type of exercise in that you love. Me personally, I love to dance, I love to bike, love to swim. Those make a difference. So I hope you come out this Wednesday at 7 o'clock at Healthwise to be in an environment with one person, probably 50-something people that's think like I think, that is doing what we talk about. Because I am not the only one. There's literally millions of people who are eating right and not eating the poisonous stuff they call food. I was in Harbortown the other day. When I was walking out, they had this big old sign. Every day, we are adding more gluten-free foods. The Harbortown is over there on East Jefferson supermarket over there. More and more gluten-free foods. They got cooking channels that's teaching people how to prepare meatless dishes, what has more nourishments in it. These large animals on the planet, they don't eat meat. They get their amino acids, which is the building blocks of proteins. And then God forcing each and every one of us take those and make the proteins that our body needs, the amino acids. To get it from meat, you got to eat the whole cow. To get it from almonds, you got all 22 amino acids in there. So you got almonds, you got almond milk. Those are just some of the sources of nourishments and foods that make a difference. Food heals. So hope to see you this Wednesday, October the 9th at 7 o'clock. Registration is going to start at 6. So folks who want to come in and get early, have a cup of water on the house, probably some popcorn. So I look forward to seeing you this Wednesday, October the 9th at Healthwise at 3807 East 8 Mile. If you have any questions, give us a call at 586-757-DIET or 313-600-8532 or 313-366-DIET. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in and sharing to empower each other. Each one teach one. And getting the 5 hugs. We definitely have 5 hugs on October the 9th at Healthwise. Peace and love, y'all.